I have your attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
From the Carolinas, where the black and blue runs deep. Panther Pickle's on the mic, no secrets that he'll keep. Been here since day one, through the glory and the pain. Got opinions sharper than a linebacker's campaign. If you can't handle truth, well, buddy, here's the deal. Shut the hell up. That's how Pickle keeps it real. It's time to deal with it. Every Sunday we ride.
Hello, folks. This is Panther Pickle. I'm here with Diesel Skills, Jake the Snake, and Cole, and we're here to tell you that the Panthers are neck and neck at the division title against the Bucs. The next 3-4 games are extremely meaningful, but first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, we have to outright take care of them Saints. Maybe.
Absolutely, Pickle. We need
Go
it.
Panthers, go Panthers. On the prowl,
Because
baby.
we still got 3 division games. You win those 3 division games, and you're
Let's watch
probably
that
in the
again,
playoffs.
folks.
It's huge.
See that Panther? He's going to attack that Saint player just like the Panthers are going to do on the field. We're going to pounce, and when we leave them, they either can't or won't get up. That's just how we do it. D Money, welcome to the chat, sir. How are you doing? Diesel Skills. Did you see that game yesterday where the Bucs got beat by the Saints?
Yeah, and I wasn't the only one hate watching. Apparently, our coach Dave Canales was hate watching along with us. Pickle.
He sure
I
was.
was cheering the Saints on that final couple minutes is where I really tuned in, just seeing that it was close in the fourth quarter. You know, I jumped in and watched it. Did you watch the whole thing?
Yes.
I figured you probably did.
Yeah, I hate watched it with a few other folks, with Jake and a few others.
I got you. What anything alarm you about what you saw from the Saints with us going into that matchup Sunday?
Well, yeah, but their quarterback, their young quarterback, seems to be. He loves to use his feet, and he really likes to move around. Now, he was just getting started as a quarterback in the NFL when we faced him last. They still beat us, so we've got to figure out how to contain him and keep him on wraps. But hey, Dave, that's why he gets paid the big bucks. Him and Ivero.
Yeah, that's their problem. They got to figure that out. They cannot come out with another flat game against the Saints. I think that game was probably the most critical you've been of Dave all year. Was the play calling from that Saints game? Just passing the ball too much, using the passing game not really as an extension of the running game like he did. We saw against the Rams. Like you can use the passing game in conjunction with the running game and make it work, but that wasn't what we saw versus the Saints, and it was just I don't know. Most fans were critical of his play calling that game.
Right. And to be fair, like players, Dave's learning as he goes. He has to learn this. He's developing himself. So he's going to make mistakes early on. I know Andy Reid made mistakes earlier on. A lot of the best head coaches in the league have made mistakes when they first started. We don't seem to like to talk about it, but that is very true. D-Money, sir, are you in, brother? Well, bless your heart, Jake, my friend. What do you think? What did you think about that game yesterday?
Nah, I think you hit the nail on the head, so to speak. I think their quarterback has gotten better as the years gotten on, and I mean that is my number one key aspect. I think that the Saints has got going for them right now. They got a quarterback that's developing. I know Saints fans are happy about that. They're probably not happy as a team as a whole because they still got you know big issues going on that team. But at least right now they look like they got a quarterback.
Absolutely. D Money, brother, we got you. Well, just hang
Yeah, I just
on.
had to give it some time.
Yeah.
Pickle, he's got connection issues, but
Right.
bringing up Tyler Shutt, it kind of bothers me that they found something in that, and it's something that they'll build off of next year. I think
Right.
Kellen Moore is probably a pretty good quarterbacks coach overall.
Yes.
Um, so that does kind of bother me, especially the fact that their record is as bad as it is, and they've been as competitive as they've been. It's kind
Right.
of like Atlanta too. Atlanta's got a bad record, but that team's better than what their record is, and
Yes.
both those teams have taken some bad beats, and it just kind of looks like it's going to be a really, really competitive uh, league or division next year with the way those two teams are trending. It seems like the Bucs are kind of trending down right now, and Atlanta and the Saints have the ability to be good teams, just like the Panthers have shown this year. We've shown that we have the ability to be a good team. We've shown the ability to be a powerhouse or a heavyweight in the NFC, and that was something that I really didn't expect from this team this year. And probably most fans didn't, and that's what made the biggest difference to me in my outlook on the Panthers team this year. Just us fighting back against some of the best teams in the NFC.
Mhm.
I would like to have a rematch against the Bills and see if we could really stand up against the Bills. Not starting Andy Dalton, of course.
Right.
Is that something you ever thought about? Like if we had played that game with Bryce Young and maybe a little bit healthier, we could have had a much better game than the 40-9 blowout that ended up happening.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't think we started Andy. I just think that a lot of it when we faced the Saints before, a lot of it just had to be the developing, uh, developing your play calling, understanding who gives you the best chance to win. Um, I mean, we kind of came in raw, and everybody's learning at the same time. So there's going to be bumps in the road. We, as a fan base, just often forget that.
As long as our offense continues to be consistent too, I mean, we've really been able to count on our defense for most part this year, but our offense is what we've had question marks more so than our defense this year. And I think as long as our offense keeps on being consistent, I really do think, like we're going back to this Bills game, I do think we would have been a lot better now, especially if we was to play the Bills than we was when we played them at that time, just because we're seeing more consistency on offense.
Oh yeah, right. Bills, yeah. Well, on the Bills, we may have been. I mean, the Bills are a good football team. I again, we're kind of starting, and I'm not. Maybe we might have been more competitive with Bryce, but Nalo was just getting himself going at the time. We when we traded Adam, we had expected Coker to take a step right into play, and he got hurt and didn't. But here in the last few games, you have to admit, with Coker exploding, everybody's learning what they're doing by now. It sets us up to have an excellent next year with the two running backs figuring out a good 1-2 punch motivation. Canales, once he realized he needed to use both, he tried different ways. It didn't work out. Um, we're just learning as we go, and I think we're fortunate to be in a situation that we can make the playoffs.
Oh, and win the division too. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's the what would they say? They lost 4 out of the last 5 games, the Bucs or whatever that stat is, something like
Right.
that. They've dropped a lot of games down the stretch where we've really picked up some games that we shouldn't have down the stretch, and it's made all the difference in the world to where we've got the opportunity, and it's the same opportunity we had in 2022. This may be actually a little bit better. I read it on Twitter where we can clinch it week 16, I believe it is. And we just gotta have the Bucs lose this Thursday night against Atlanta. And we were talking about them earlier, Pickle, and Atlanta's not a bad football team. They're really not. And I don't know if maybe their coach is the problem or what it might be, or maybe the way their coach is going about getting them ready for the game. Who knows what their issue is.
Right.
I'm not an Atlanta fan, but I think they've got the ability to beat Tampa Bay Thursday is what I'm getting at, and really put us in a situation where we can wrap this up and not have to win down there in Tampa Bay the last game of the season.
Yeah, I'd like that a lot. I really would. Atlanta has a history. They're kind of known when they don't have nothing to play for, they don't play good. That's just their history, I think. But we can hope and see. We'll see. I would absolutely love for Atlanta to beat the Bucs to just give us a helping hand as we go through this. Let's listen to what Dave has to say.
The work brings us back. It was a really excited group to be back out there with the great opponent coming up this week, and knowing especially how tough the Saints played us last time. The guys are really excited about the opportunity we have to get back to football, and I hope that the group understands. At this point in the season, every week is a championship opportunity. It truly is, and we have everything in front of us right now. So we're excited to get back to work.
Dave, what did you see from watching the tape in the first between the meeting? I'm sorry, watching the tape in the first meeting between you guys. What were some of the things that stood out to you that you feel like the team has improved upon in the weeks since then?
Yeah, we missed some opportunities in the pass game, and the Saints did a great job challenging us and our run game. And the focus in that week was to try to have that balanced attack, and they didn't give us a lot. And they played us really well. They had a great game plan. So we looked at that part to see, we're going to be looking at that early in the game to see if they have the same type of plan to counteract that part of it, and then on the flip side of it, the Saints made some huge plays in that game. I think it was 2 touchdowns on third downs, and we're in position to make plays. They came up with the plays we didn't in that game. That was the difference, and played good enough football to have a chance for it. But this time around, we have to make sure as we play this team, you watch the style of football that they're playing, finding a way to play their football. And we've found an identity in who we want to be. We know when we're at our best, we're balanced. We make sure we're running the ball. Same thing on the defensive side, stopping the run. So going into this matchup, a great opportunity, a great challenge for us to show up with our best.
JC and Claudin cleared concussion protocol?
We'll do all the injuries on Wednesday, but they're both trending in the right direction. They are in the protocol, so they have to make sure they keep clearing the different things that they have to, making sure we're doing the right thing for the guys.
Was Lathan's hand related to the previous hand injury?
Not related, no. Yeah, this was a different injury. I'm not sure if it's the same hand, but this is a different one.
Not be able to answer this. We saw Rob working on the side.
Yeah.
Is he going to be elevated? What's your plan with Rob right now?
He's getting closer. We're not going to open his window this week, but he's getting closer. He's getting stronger, and would love to see him back at some point, over this next stretch.
Coach DJ Wanham recovered the clinching fumble against the Rams, but he remains at 0 sacks.
Yeah.
Final year of his contract. What do you need out of him the final 4 weeks?
He's doing a great job playing consistent football for us. And while I know he would be up here telling you he would love to come away with some sacks, he's doing an excellent job in terms of just being a part of that leadership of the group, of doing right, setting edges, affecting the quarterback with our different pass combos and rushes and all that. And he's a guy that I just love. I love that he's here. I love that he shows up every day with professionalism. And he's been a great example for Nick Scorton and for Princely, to see what it looks like to play this position at a high level.
Championship, opportunities is kind of your message to this team before every game. Now that it really is one on paper, do you tailor that message at all? Do you notice anything different from this group?
It is why we talk that way. We try to heighten every opportunity, because whether you're going to have to win games on the road, you're going to have to win at home, you're going to have to win in the elements. You're going to have to win with crowd noise. There's all these elements in every game that really does present championship moments, and we're going to go down to New Orleans, and that place can be really loud, and a team that played really good football against a really good team in the Bucs just yesterday. And so it's easy for me to sell it, in these types of situations, especially knowing what's in front of us. And so, but the way we do it is we take one opponent at a time. The goal is 1-0 with a chance to win the division. It's right here in front of us.
Let's go.
First Saints game, there were guys who talked about the attention to detail wasn't there throughout the week leading to that result. Did you see the kind of focus you wanted to see coming out of the bye today?
It was an excellent practice. It was a group of guys that were excited to be back together, knowing what we're playing for, and having this opportunity, to get outside in the cold, be on the grass, but a lot of good energy out there, and the guys are fired up.
Kind of on that point, when you look at the results of the season, it feels like to the casual observer that some of the maybe worse losses come after some of the biggest wins. Is there anything to handling these guys learn how to continue to maintain that high level of play?
Absolutely there is, and that's the greatest challenge for all of us across the league. It's the ability to refocus, the ability to take it 1 week at a time and 1 day at a time, because that process leads to good results, and making sure you capture those days. No day is less important than the other. We have to make sure we go through a great process. Everyone's focused, locked in, and finishing up with the weight room session after practice, like, hey, the day's not over. There's great work in there too, and how you do anything is how you do everything, and that's got to be the mentality, and that's the sign of maturity that I'm looking for from this group, is to continue to just build off of wins, to build off of, okay, now we have to go back to work. Let's correct the things we need to correct. Let's look at the things that worked for us well. Let's try to continue to lean into those things, but also just making sure that we have the right focus for the task at hand.
To piggyback on that, the bye week gives you a chance, obviously, to get healthy physically, but do you think that it would be to you guys' advantage coming off of a big win against the Rams to kind of recenter, refocus, and, maybe not have that dopamine high so much so?
It's always nice to have a win going into the bye week. It leaves you with a great feeling. And at the same time, the discipline part of it is not to relax. The discipline part of it is to make sure that we look at that game and we take the lessons learned from that game as well. And, we had some great moments and there was some balance, but there were also things that needed to be corrected. We have to make sure that we take those so we can keep moving our football forward, because the goal is to find our best football. And right now, we have this game, another opportunity to improve in some of the areas that we've been wanting to improve.
Close are you? How closely did you monitor the game yesterday? Were you glued to the Saints upset?
I was watching the game, yeah. Wanted to make sure that I was connected to the story of it. I got to be honest, I got a little emotionally involved in the game, at times. And, it's something I try to, remind our players is like, hey, watch these games. Let's try not to get too, emotionally connected. But how can you not? It impacts all of us in this division. And certainly it impacts us going into this week with another division opponent.
Emotionally involved, were you cheering for the Saints then?
I mean, anything that helps, right? We're all competing out here, and honestly, knowing that they're playing good football, knowing that it's going to require the best of us, allows us to make sure that the focus is right. It heightens that awareness, so that we understand, like, every single week, this league is full of teams, especially the ones that are finding their best ball late in the season. It's a really important opportunity for us.
Following up on that, Dave, with the way that you say you were watching it, getting emotionally invested, is it tougher to watch as a fan, as a coach? Are you trying to watch game planning and do work, I guess, as opposed to, just watching the game for the outcome and all that stuff?
First of all, it's hardest to watch as a parent, and then as a coach, when you don't necessarily have the ability to affect what's happening. We got background music. It's really, really emotional moment right here. But yeah, it's hard not to shut it off, especially when I'm watching their defense playing and how they're attacking the Bucs and different schemes that they're using. So you can't turn that part off. When I'm watching college football, try to remind myself, hey, just watch the ball bounce. Just watch the ball, and you can kind of turn the wheels from, shut them down for a little bit. But, it was a great opportunity to watch a bunch of football, and my favorite part of it is whether it's college ball, whether it's high school ball, or watching NFL games during a bye week, is there's so much to learn from every game. And you look at these critical situations, we will find ourselves in those critical situations at different times. And so just watching the coaches who I respect, and see how they handle different situations, fourth down calls, possible go for it scenarios, clock management at the end of half, end of game. So there's a ton to learn from. That's why I love this time of year.
Hang on one second. We're gonna do David, Joe, and Phil.
You mentioned you missed a couple of things in the past game and the first Saints game. And Bryce has had some up and downs throughout the season, just as the team has had. So what do you want to see out of Bryce these last 4 games?
Just continue to lead, keep pushing our concepts forward, finding ways to protect some of our core concepts in the run game and the pass game, and just lead the charge that way in terms of just getting us to the right play. And for the whole group, just the execution, and to watch a group on the offensive side really start to find some chemistry and some rhythm to be able to just continue to build off of that this week.
Consistency following all that.
Yeah, that's the part of the whole thing. It's all the leadership. It's making sure that we are growing our systems, that we are protecting our runs and our passes, and just distributing the ball, and knowing what we expect out of the position, and he does, and to continue to go on the road. And the part that kind of doesn't get mentioned, which Bryce has done a phenomenal job of, is just being on the road, being in different environments, and getting us to the line, getting us to the right protections and runs, and he's been doing a great job of that part as well.
I understand you don't want to get too specific, but it looked like you came back from this bye pretty healthy. And then not an injury thing, but Trayvon too. How important is to kind of have these pieces all back together as you make this stretch run?
It's huge right now, and we would have loved to have JC and Claude and Trey out there on Sunday, and got to give a lot of love to the guys who had opportunities to come and help us and show us what they can do. And but we're excited to get all those guys back on the field. And to really just have about as strong as a group as we've had, Christian Roseboom, obviously, with a couple of guys, Rob, we'll see where we're at with Rob, as we go forward. David Moore is getting closer to his window as well. So there's guys that can help us here. But right now the focus is on this week. Who can we get out there on the field this week? And so we'll have more information for you on Wednesday with that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you mentioned that you felt like y'all have found your identity on offense. When do you think that happened? What would you kind of attribute the switch to?
I would just say it's generally throughout the season. If you look at the games that we've had success, we've been a balanced attack. We've had our run game to count on. We've been efficient with our pass game, and we found some explosives. And that's my dream for this group, is to have a really balanced attack, and where everything starts off the same, ends up different. And we're making sure that the guys who can help our team touch the ball in one way, shape, or form. And that certainly starts with me and Brad, making sure that the plan reflects that. All right, thank you.
Hey, at least he backs it up, though. We've heard other coaches say that mess Pickle, and it wasn't true. And from the game plan that we saw against the Rams, it very well was true. He keeps tinkering, figuring out that running game and that split between this two-headed monster we've got going, and it just looked really good versus the Rams. And he's developing and growing each and every game, and it's good. It's incredible to see, to be honest.
Absolutely.
I got some unpanther related breaking news if anybody wants to hear it. I shared it to the chat though.
Go ahead.
Mike Garofalo and Rap Sheet both said the Colts are planning to bring in quarterback Phillip Rivers for a visit tomorrow after Daniel Jones torn ACL. This is real. So, and he's been out of action since 2020. That's crazy.
Go ahead, Cole. Say it, Cole. So, I don't you gonna say it, Cole. I'll say it for you, Cole. I'll say it. They had to bring in a state quarterback to replace the 2 Duke quarterbacks that couldn't get it done. I know what you're going to say. That's fine. Take your cheap shots. I know how you are, Cole.
Daggum. Cole, I can't believe you said that.
That's messed up, too. I'm going to remember you said that, Cole.
Cole don't look like he's out of action.
Yeah. No, in all honesty, Riley Leonard's not ready to be in the NFL. I don't even know why he went pro. The Colts are just looking for an answer after losing a guy that had a great year. And I got to feel a little bit bad for Daniel Jones because
I do.
I mean, he put together his best year as a pro and then tore his Achilles. And it's like, man, he's not even going to play next year, really. I mean, the end of next year, you're not going to see him. He's not. It's like Brooks. No. He's not going to make it back next year. So, and that's tough for him because it's like no chance for him getting a contract. Isn't he a free agent upcoming too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a real shame. And Riley Leonard should have never went pro. He should have stayed at Notre Dame or transferred and went somewhere else. So he just wasn't ready to go pro whatsoever. I don't know why he ended up doing that. It was a big
I, di-
mistake in my opinion.
I
Let's
just
try this
don't know
again.
what you. I just don't know what you expect out of a guy that's been out the league since 2020.
I don't know they'll actually sign him, but
That man is
it's
a proven winner, Jacob.
yeah
Well,
it's
he's
yeah
proven to have over
yeah
10 kids.
back in 1990.
He's probably making a kid right now as we speak.
Hey, his son is getting ready to commit to the Wolfpack. I'm ready.
Oh wow. Yeah, John Ellis said
And thank you,
that
John Ellis. We appreciate you here at the Blue
yes
and Black
sir.
Attack.
He shed some light on the playoff situation.
Hmm.
The tried to clear up the picture a little bit on the common ground because that's the tiebreakers the Panthers and Bucs currently have. And the common games win loss as of today is Tampa 6-4, Panthers 5-5. So that's the common game. Common opponents remaining is Atlanta and New Orleans. So again, if Atlanta beats Tampa on Thursday, then we automatically get bump shotted up as the tiebreaker. We'll be ahead of the tiebreaker. And then, of course, if we lose to New Orleans, we're right back to where we are. So the best thing the Panthers can do is just keep winning.
Win, baby.
Gotta
That's
do it.
just so.
Gotta have that Saints game and gotta have that home Bucks game because
Yes,
going
sir.
on the road is the last game of the year, man. That's a lot of pressure on our young team. We got a lot of young pieces that we depend heavily on, and doing it on the road, I'm not as comfortable with. But if we can keep it in the bank, Pickle,
Right.
we got. How many games did we go? We went 6 games undefeated at the bank or something this year. Something I can't remember. But we started out 0 or we started out 3-0 at the bank or something. But we've been strong at home. Is my only point I'm trying to get.
Right. Not that one. We done lose that one.
I've been sitting here talking to y'all the entire time thinking my shit was working.
All right, I don't know if y'all can see that, but Mike McKay is reporting as of 3 hours ago in the Pro Bowl voting update. Panthers cornerback J.C. Horn is the number one among cornerbacks.
You better be.
Derek Brown is sixth among defensive tackles.
That's bullshit.
I can't believe there's 6 defensive tackles
I have
better
a
than
hard
Derek
time
Brown.
believing that.
Shut the hell up, NFL. Fan bases, Panther fans, get your butt off your couch and start clicking that shit.
I'm about to
It's
do it.
not
I'm about
hard.
to do some more right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, J.J. Jansen is 10th among long snappers. Yeah, okay, well, whatever. And Rico Dow is 7th among running backs. Tedderono McMillan is number 6 among wide receiver, and Trayvon Morig is 7th among safeties.
That's not
Strong
bad.
safeties.
I'll tell you all
That
that.
is not bad at all.
No, it's really not. Derek Brown's the biggest one. That's the problem.
Right.
We don't need Derek Brown needs to be top 5, bare
Absolutely.
minimum. And you can't put him outside the top 5. I don't think. Not for a guy that holds the most tackles by a defensive lineman in the league.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he come back with a vengeance this year.
Yes.
And we needed him too. That strip sack was the most clutch play I've ever seen by a defensive tackle.
Y'all, Riley Leonard is also injured as well.
Oh, he got hurt? I don't even know. I don't know what happened.
He's got a strained knee ligament. That is week to week.
So that's why they need Rivers. They don't have anybody to even go.
No, I mean they've got a guy on the practice squad. But I mean, but they did find out the emergency quarterback was their tight end. Their rookie tight end was going to be their emergency quarterback.
Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
Tyler Warren
Damn,
was their
bro.
emergency quarterback.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, that might be fun to go see.
And
it's a really shame because the Colts are right up in there, in top of their division, and they're fighting. And if they basically fall out, it opens the door for the Texans to walk right into that.
And Texans looked awfully good last night.
That's
Prime time.
I mean, the Jags or the Texans take the division, and one can pick the next wild card. Kind of opens the door for a lot.
I feel like the Jags are going to win it. I mean, I really do. The Jags have been strong all year. So, I mean, they've had their struggles, sure, but I just feel like as far as being consistent, they're there, barring injury.
Right.
I don't know. Davis Mills won 3 games in a row for the Texans, so maybe I got this all wrong and the Texans are the better team. But just as of right now, that's how I feel about it. How about y'all?
Right, you're right. I agree with you. I agree with you. The Texans have the better defense, and some of their issues the earlier in the season was related to injuries with Stroud. So their injuries are getting adjusted and fixed. They're getting healthier. So the Texans are getting healthier at the exact time that they can make a stretch run for the division and maybe even just the playoffs.
I
But I
hope
believe
we
the
can say
Texans
that.
win again.
I think we can, Pickle.
Right.
We're on that same trajectory.
Well, I tell you who's not healthy, and that's the Bucs. I think
No,
Wirfs
they
got
not.
hurt Sunday,
Right.
and then they lost the guard on the same side, did they not? Both their
Right.
left side guard and tackle got hurt.
Yep.
So, do you know any details of that injury, Pickle? Are they looking to come back anytime soon, or are they going to be out for a while?
I do not know.
I hadn't had time to look into it.
I
either.
haven't been had. I'm like you. I hadn't had time to look into it.
No, we were both working. It's okay. But that's a good thing we got going for us. Now, Mike Evans is going to be in the equation, from what I'm understanding. Mike Evans is going to be available for those matchups.
Right. Well, he was almost available for this one, but
right.
He's not.
He practiced, but he didn't play. They didn't clear him to
Right.
play.
Right.
And he's always been a thorn in our side. You know that.
Right. Which will the Bucs in Tampa, the Bucs and the Falcon game is Thursday, so they'll be going on a short. They'll be going on a very short, week this week,
Yeah.
and so
that's playing right into our hand as far as
yes.
the Panthers. I didn't when we got on here and we talked last Monday, Pickle. It was like, well, it's not fair because the Panthers got all these hard games and the Bucs got all these easy games. But then the Bucs slipped up and lost that Saints game. Then they've got the short week against Atlanta, who we talked about earlier is a much better team than what their record shows.
Right.
So it's and then they took injuries on the offensive line, which is perfect because Baker gets real jittery when people are coming from the left on him. He likes that side to be better guarded, better defended, which is one of the reasons why people say he didn't do good here because Icky was a rookie that year playing left tackle, and they were worried, and Baker was always concerned about what he was doing on that side. So
right,
we'll see.
Absolutely.
We'll see how it shakes out, but a lot of things have really fell into our laps.
They're trying to give it to us, Deeze. We just need to take it. They really are losing all these games. How many games have they lost out of 5? It was a lot.
4 out of 5, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
So if we come out here and do what we're supposed to and play our brand of football and don't turn the ball over, there's no excuse for us not to make the playoffs.
And
Even if we do lose to Seattle, and if we play like we're supposed to, I think we can give them problems as well.
Oh, we owe them one. We owe Seattle a whooping. The last couple of years, we did get one win off of them back in 2022, but they keep putting Seattle on the schedule, and we keep having to go into their house and face the 12th man, and took a couple L's in the last couple seasons, and I'm ready for a little bit of payback, especially on a guy named Sam Darnold. And in this. I've paid a lot of money to go sit and watch Sam Darnold lose football games for the Panthers. So I really need our guys to come out on all cylinders, firing on all cylinders, if you will.
That's fired up that week too.
And that's what I want to see versus the Saints. And Pickle brought up Ellis earlier, John Ellis. He shared some stuff talking about Canales running this full house backfield. And I'm like, yes, this is the Carolina Panthers we know and love.
Oh, yeah.
just like heavy run formations, just like John Fox used to do. Yes, pounce on the Saints.
Some of these formations are definitely obvious that we're running the ball and we're still getting away with it. That's what you want to do.
Don't worry, Seahawks. We got you on this one too. All right, the cat's coming for you.
He just bites the head. It's so vicious.
Yes.
Yes.
The vicious of it all is cool.
That guy got it bad.
He did.
If you're a pirate, you need to be more aware of your surroundings. Just saying. Pickle said, "I want a herd of panthers. I want a fleet of panthers coming down the forest."
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But yeah, I want to see that type of John Fox mentality. Is what I was getting at, Pickle, going into the Saints
Yes,
game.
absolutely.
I mean, I want to hammer the. I want them to load the box against us, and us still be able to effectively run the football. 3.5, 4.5 yards per carry. That's what I want to see. It doesn't matter what they do. We impose our will, just like the John Fox days of old. You know we're running the football. We know we're running the football, and you're not going to stop us. Just
Right.
that kind of physicality, that
Absolutely.
kind of mentality to push forward and move the ball on the ground and make the game easy for Bryce. Not to put Bryce in a situation on the road where he has to make his 12th comeback win of his career, which is insane that he even holds that record. And he's the youngest quarterback to ever do it. Nuts, insane.
Right.
But it's fantastic. So I'm looking forward to really seeing this Panthers football team go back to the ground and pound mentality that days of old. Pickle. That's what I want. We've got the offensive line to do it. We've got the running back room to do it. But shoot, we've even got the receivers to do it. These guys block. We know they do. We've seen lots of plays where the Panthers have been fantastic blocking on the edges. So that's what I want to see. I want to see us just overpower, really honestly, a not that great Saints team. They're not that great. They're okay, and they're learning as they go, just like we are. But we're ahead of where they are for sure. And I just want to see us impose our will and run the football.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all don't forget on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. On Twitter, just like the post and retweet it. And we very much appreciate that, folks. Absolutely appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, next week, the first game against the Bucs on the NFL has already announced that they will not be moving that or flexing that game. So that will stay at 1:00, and I'm glad that it is.
I'm happy. I'm very
I
happy.
would rather not play in prime time if I get out of it.
Is exactly right. I'm so glad that they went ahead and announced that they won't be moving that time. I am so okay with 1:00 games. I love it.
Yeah, our young guys need to be in a rhythm, and they do better in a rhythm. And
Right.
we knew that Monday night football matchup was probably going to be a real test for our team, and to say the least, they were challenged by the 49ers in prime time
Right.
on the road. And that's not the situation we need to be in against the Bucs with the division on the line. It's almost not even fair. Just
Right.
NFL, you want to put us at 1:00, leave us at 1:00. That's the way I prefer it at this point, and I'm sure the players do too, to be honest.
And I'm fine with not having primetime games. I really am. I like if I want to be in primetime, I'm gonna make the playoffs. Like that's where I want the nation to be watching my game anyways, is making it in the playoffs, Super Bowl so to speak. I like that's when everybody should be able to watch the game. I don't give a crap about primetime games. Keep it at 1:00.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And tonight we have the game going on. I don't even remember who it is. I forgot already.
Eagles and Chargers.
Eagles and Chargers.
Should be a
Right.
good one.
Who do y'all got in this one?
I got the Eagles, I believe.
Yeah, I went Eagles too. They need this one.
Yeah, my picks was awful this week. They was not good. Oh, okay. Appreciate that, Pickle. Thank you.
Poor Jake's picks.
I think I missed 4.
I only got
Because of
5 right so far.
Is Herbert healthy and playing?
He's playing, but he's not healthy.
Greg Roman still is offensive coordinator is the biggest problem.
Right. You're a lot wrong. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the New Orleans Saints for beating the Bucs.
Cheers to you.
We needed that one.
But fear not.
There's no way they come out flat. They surely every single player on that roster learned their lesson from last game where we lost at home to them. Surely they're going to take them serious.
And I'm hoping they come out with a little bit of vengeance on their mind. You know, Canales watching the game at home on TV Sunday on a bye before you taking on the Saints might be an added benefit to that, you know? Might be a kind of a proof that they're not planning to go in there and get beat by the Saints again.
You think the coaching staff took it a little lightly? I mean, the fans kind of felt that way.
The fans did. The fans did. I'm sure some of the players and coaches did. I mean, they'll never admit it, and I don't want them to admit it, but reality is that's true.
Yeah, I think so. That game plan didn't make a lot of sense. It looked like we're just going to go out here and out muscle them on offense. We're just going to sling it down the field, put them down by 3 scores, and then they won't be able to do anything against us. And then that plan went sour real quick, and then they didn't know where to go from there. And it was obvious in the second half. We've seen, like the Miami game, for example, and even the Cardinals game, we've seen second half comebacks where they make adjustments, and it looks really good. And Avero's done it this season too, where he's completely turned around the team in the second half versus Rams and Cowboys, I think, and maybe Green Bay. But either way, the defense has come out after the half looking strong, and the offense has been able to do that a few games too. We have the ability to do it. We just don't do it each and every week yet. I think we're going to get to that point, and it's really good to see a Panthers team that does adjust. Because we called all last year for the defense and Avero to make adjustments in the second half. It's like you're getting gashed on the run. You need to do something different. And they never did anything different. And at least this year we're adjusting and making adjustments to what we're trying to do against the other team in real time. And we've seen it work out. So all that's been really encouraging this year.
Right. What do you think about a playoffs? That for the first time in forever, there will likely be no Joe Burrow, no Lamar Jackson, and no Patrick Mahomes.
It's going to be wild to see.
It'd be wild, but I mean, if it ain't my team, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's going to I think it's going to be exciting. I really do.
That
a
is
bit of new blood.
Yeah, new teams in there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I just know, regardless of how this season ends, I know we all want to make the playoffs. We hope to win our division.
Everything's a
but
gift. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm 100% happy for this team and where it's at right now, regardless of the outcome.
I'm in a great place with my fandom right now. No matter what happens, I've enjoyed us getting this far. We're all right with our predictions, 7-9. And there's a chance for us to take this division not only now, but going in the future. Nobody else has it better than us going forward, I don't feel like, in this division.
Now, let's check something out, fellas. Let's check out the next gen stats. They may not be out yet. Yeah, we might have to wait and do that later. Yeah, because
I mean, I know it was the Jets, but I'd also say that I said it the other day that Miami is seriously another team that could possibly beat Tampa, especially being at home.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can go crazy on them,
right?
for sure.
You know, don't sleep on that Miami game, y'all.
Well, yeah,
They're in trouble. They're going backwards.
absolutely.
It's
I
not
didn't
something
even.
you can just cut on when you're losing that many games that often.
I don't
We'll
feel like
see.
we're that much better roster wise than Miami, but we've had a better year than they've had, and it's kind of interesting how things just kind of shake out sometimes, like it has this year.
Right. And the game Sunday against the New Orleans Saints, say 4:25.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Well, it could be worse. It could be at night or like the late game, 8 o'clock. I'm good on
Wait,
that.
we're playing at 4:25.
Yeah, I
Yes.
forgot about that.
Damn it. Okay then. Okay then. So we'll probably have a little pre-show, all that shit on Sunday then. All right.
Yeah,
Cool with it.
it is in a dome though. You know, Bryce Young and them domes a little bit different.
Them down.
Yep.
I know a lot of people was bringing that up too. Said Bryce is really, really good in a dome. I don't think it damn matters, but I'll take whatever they're saying. You know what I'm saying? As long as it benefits, I don't care.
That down.
But I would also say the way that Canales was talking about Robert Hunt not opening his 21-day window.
Right.
I'm actually glad they're being cautious with it. Like that's remember we was talking about it. We want them to be smart with it, and from the sounds of it, they are going to be smart with that injury. And I'm reassured that I heard that from him.
Right.
I don't think they'll do his 21 day thing until next week, possibly.
Right. 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 Yeah. It just if you bring him back, you want to make sure he's good and healthy when you bring him back. So it makes sense to wait. Until next week if you need to. That makes a lot better sense.
Yeah. And then not like that, we're gonna be a home game against Tampa if they activate him this soon. I don't none of us know the plan right now or his health update, but just the way it sounds, it's we know for a fact it's gonna be at least another week before
Right.
they even get him to like practicing.
Right. Well, it appears that Deeze is having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So, um, that's all I got, guys. You got anything you want to bring up or say?
No, I'm just like I said earlier, man. I'm very happy where we're at as a football team right now, and
Right.
just hoping we keep building on this as we march
Absolutely.
to the playoffs, y'all.
Absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
very thankful for playoff football
Right.
intentions. Pickle going into December and still having a season to play for. I'm very happy, proud. I can't
Right.
complain.
Yes. Yes. And like I told the gentleman on XM Radio, let's be real. The Panthers haven't been to the playoffs since about 2017. So I
We're
have a right
due.
to be. I have a right to be a little bit proud, a little bit confident in my team. Some people don't agree, and that's their opinion. If they want to, that's fine. Y'all, let's keep pounding.
Keep pound.
Keep pounding, y'all. Make sure to like and subscribe on the Blue and Black Attack on YouTube.